The next topic is ring structure of D plus glucose and determination of its ring size. There are certain limitations of the open chain structure of the D plus glucose, and due to these limitations, further the ring structure for D plus glucose has been proposed. So first of all, let us consider these limitations of the open chain structure. The first one is that D plus glucose does not undergo certain reaction which is characteristics of aldehyde group. For instance, glucose does not form addition compound with sodium bisulfite and does not respond to the skip base test. So it is the first limitation. Then second limitation, D plus glucose exists in two isomeric form. The first one is the alpha glucose and second one that is the beta glucose. When glucose is crystallized from water or aqueous alcohol at room temperature, it will give ordinary or alpha form of the D plus glucose that will having melting point 490 Kelvin and specific rotation that is plus 112 degree. However, when glucose is crystallized from water at temperature above 371 Kelvin, beta D plus glucose is obtained in this condition and it will have melting point 423 Kelvin and specific rotation that is plus 19 degree in fresh aqueous solution. Next is the Mutero rotation. Although the crystalline form of alpha and beta D plus glucose are quite stable in aqueous solution, but each form slowly change into an equilibrium mixture which will having specific rotation that is equal to plus 52.7 degree. This is evident from the fact that the specific rotation of an aqueous solution of alpha D plus glucose that is gradually fall from initial value that is plus 112 degree to plus 52.7 degree. Similarly, the specific rotation of an aqueous solution of beta D plus glucose gradually increase from plus 90 degree to plus 52.7 degree. So this equilibrium reaction will showing the how does the Mutero rotation will take place between alpha D plus glucose and beta D plus glucose. This phenomenon of change of specific rotation of an optically active compound with time to an equilibrium mixture value is called Mutero rotations. Then next point, D plus glucose form two isomeric methyl glucosides in which D plus glucose react with equimolar quantity of methanol in the presence of anhydrous hydrochloric acid to form an mixture of two methyl derivative. The first one is the methyl alpha D glucoside having melting point 438 Kelvin with specific rotation plus 158 degree, and the second one is the methyl beta D glucoside, the melting point that is 380 Kelvin, and the specific rotation that is minus 33 degree. So this reaction will showing reaction between glucose and methanol in the presence of anhydrous HCl, and it will give a mixture of alpha and beta methyl glucosides. Although these methyl glucoside contains only one extra methyl group, however its behavior resembles with that of full acetals. Like acetals, methyl glucoside change back into glucose and methanol only under acidic conditions. These glucoside, it may be noted, do not reduce Fehling solution or Tollens reagent and do not undergo Mutaro rotation. Then last point, the UV spectrum of glucose does not show the presence of free aldehyde group in case of D plus glucose. So these are the limitation of open chain structure of D plus glucose. So in order to come these limitation, the ring structure for D plus glucose has been proposed. So let us consider the ring structure of the D plus glucose. In order to explain these limitation, it was suggested by Tollens that the aldehyde group does not occur in free form in glucose molecule. On the other hand, it was suggested that the aldehyde group and the hydroxyl group are the part of the same molecule, and in which the aldehyde group is tied up by the combination with one of the hydroxyl group to form the cyclic hemiacetal structure. So in this case, the carbon number 1 and carbon number hemiacetal structure has a new stereocenter at carbon number 1, and there are two configuration possible around this carbon number 1. The first one is the alpha D plus glucose, and the second one, that is the beta D plus glucose, and it is very much clear from these two structure. In case of alpha D plus glucose, the hydroxy group that is lying on the right hand side, and in case of beta D plus glucose, the hydroxy group that is lying on the left hand side, and the rest of the configuration that is the same in both the cases. So such a pair of diastereomer which differ in configuration only around carbon 1 are known as anomer, and this carbon atom is known as anomeric carbon or glycosidic carbon atom. So it is the justification for the existence of alpha and beta form of glucose. Then explanation of mutarotation. It is also possible to explain why the alpha and beta anomer of glucose exist the phenomena of mutarotation. The hemiacetal of each alpha D plus glucose and beta D plus glucose is readily hydrolyzed by water into the open chain free aldehydic form. So let us consider it. So this one is the alpha D plus glucose, and it can hydrolyzed and change into open chain form, and similarly this beta D plus glucose, it is also hydrolyzed and change into open chain form. Then this open chain form reclose either into the original position or it is inverted to form an equilibrium mixture containing both anomer, that is 36% alpha anomer and 64% beta anomer, and a very small quantity of open chain form also formed. This equilibrium mixture has a specific rotation, that is plus 52.7 degree. Thus the phenomena of mutarotation is due to the facile opening and closing of hemiacetal ring can be explained. Then consider the mechanism of the mutarotation. It is believed that the cyclic hemiacetal ring open up due to concerted attack by base and water. The process involves simultaneously removal of a proton by the base from hemiacetal hydroxyl group and donation of a proton to the ethereal oxygen. The open chain structure thus formed reclosed to form an equilibrium mixture of the alpha and beta anomers. So this reaction will showing this Barter molecule. It will act as a base and it can help to remove this proton. The electron of oxygen and hydrogen bond, it will take part in the pi bond formation between carbon and oxygen, and this bond can break out. A proton from Barter that will shifted toward this oxygen, and this alpha D plus glucose, it will change into open chain form. Then similarly, in case of beta D plus glucose, this Barter molecule that will act as a base, it will abstract this proton, and the electron of hydrogen and oxygen bond, it will take part in the pi bond formation between oxygen and carbons, and same time this bond can break out and a proton from water that will get attached with the oxygen, and this beta D plus glucose, it will change into open chain form. So it is the mechanism. How does alpha D plus glucose and beta D plus glucose is changed into open chain form. Then occurrence of characteristic reaction of aldehyde. The typical aldehydic reaction of D plus glucose, such as oxime formation and oxazone formation, and reaction of Fehling solution and Tollens reagent, it is due to the presence of a very small amount of open chain free aldehyde form that is present in the equilibrium. So these reactions are only possible due to the presence of a very small quantity of the open chain form of the D plus glucose. Then failure to undergo reaction with sodium bisulfite and Schiff reaction. It is due to that the concentration of the open chain form in the initial equilibrium, that is very low. It is less than 0.5%. Therefore, the big nucleophile such as sodium bisulfite and Schiff base that fail to initiate the attack. So due to the presence of very low concentration of open chain, these sodium bisulfite and Schiff base, they do not react with D plus glucose. Then formation of glucoside. The two anomeric methyl D glucoside formed by the reaction of glucose with equimolar amount of methanol, and it may be represented as, this one is the methyl alpha D glucoside. It will having methoxy group on the right hand side in carbon number 1, and in case of methyl beta D glucoside, it will having methoxy group on the left hand side on the carbon number 1, and the rest of the configuration that is same in the molecules. So these are the various evidence which are in favor of ring structure of the D plus glucose. Next is the ring size of D plus glucose. In this topic we can discuss about the ring size of the D plus glucose. In order to assign a ring structure to D plus glucose, it was assumed that cyclic hemiacetal formation involve aldehyde group, that is the carbon number 1, and hydroxyl group on the carbon number 5, and it will formed a 6-membered ring. But now the question arises, why the hemiacetal formation cannot involve the hydroxyl group at carbon number 2, carbon number 3 or carbon number 4, and subsequently if the hemiacetal will form at carbon number 2, then 3-membered ring will get formed, and if involve carbon number 3, then 4-membered ring will get formed, and if it involves carbon number 4, then 5-membered ring will get formed. The formation of 3 and 4-membered ring can easily be ruled out because of their relative instability due to the ring strain. But the formation of 5-membered ring involves carbon number 1 and carbon number 4 appear to be equally feasible or stable as a 6-membered ring. First of all, we will consider the arguments which have established that the actual structure involves a 6-membered ring and not a 5-membered rings. So let us consider. In this case, we can start with methyl beta D glucoside, which will having methoxy group on the left hand side, and it was treated with dimethyl sulfate in the presence of sodium hydroxide, and in this case all the hydroxy group, all the free hydroxy group which is at carbon number 2, carbon number 3, carbon number 4 and carbon number 6, they all will get converted into methoxy group, and it will give methyl beta 2,3,4,6 tetra or methyl D glucoside. Then this compound is treated with dilute hydrochloric acids, and in this case the hydrolysis was occur at only carbon number 1, and the methoxy group on the carbon number 1 that will get hydrolyzed, and it will give beta 2,3,4,6 tetra or methyl D glucoside. This compound is a cyclic hemiester which occur in equilibrium with a very small proportion of corresponding open chain form. So this beta 2,3,4,6 tetra or methyl D glucose, it is the open chain form. This open chain form of beta tetra or methyl D glucose contains a aldehyde group and 4 methoxy group along with a free hydroxy group. The hydroxy group is present at either at carbon number 5, which is the original position, or either at carbon number 4. The position of this free hydroxy group in the open chain structure can be give a clue as to which carbon is involved in the ring formation. So first of all, we can consider the hydroxy group which is attached with the carbon number 5. So in the next step, this beta 2,3,4,6 tetra or methyl D glucose, which is the open form, it is subjected to oxidation with nitric acid, and it will give a mixture of trimethoxyglutaric acid having 5 carbon atom in chain and dimethoxysuccinic acid having 4 carbon atom in the chain. So these two products will get formed. The oxidation of this compound, it will proceed through an intermediate keto acid which is formed first in the oxidation from the open chain and it will having a keto group at carbon number 5. So there is a two probabilities. The first one is that if the cleavage will occur between carbon number 6 and 5, then trimethoxyglutaric acid will get formed, and if cleavage will occur at carbon number 4 and 5, then dimethyl succinic acid will get formed. So if methyl beta D-glucoside in the open chain form having hydroxy group at carbon number 5, then these two products will get formed. Hence, it is this, the carbon which is involved in the ring formation. In other words, ring must be 6 members. And the second situation is that in similar way, methyl beta D-glucoside is treated with methyl sulfate in the presence of sodium hydroxide, and all the 4 free hydroxy group, they will get replaced out with the methoxy groups. Now methyl beta 2,3,5,6 tetraomethyl D-glucoside will get obtained. It is treated with dilute hydrochloric acid, and again hydrolysis will occur at carbon number 1. Only the methoxy group at carbon number 1 will get hydrolyzed and it will change into hydroxy group. Again beta 2,3,5,6 tetraomethyl D-glucose will get formed, and it will exist in the free form in the open chain isomers. Now in the open chain isomer, the free hydroxy group, that is on the carbon number 4. In the previous case, it is at the carbon number 5. Now this open chain beta 2,3,5,6 tetraomethyl D-glucose, it is subjected to oxidation with nitric acids, and first of all it will change into intermediate keto acid, which will having keto group at carbon number 4. Now the cleavage will occur either at carbon number 4 and 5, then possibility of formation of dimethyl succinic acid, and if the cleavage will occur at carbon number 3 and 4, then possibility of the formation of methoxy malonic acids. But in actual practice, only the two products, which is the trimethoxyglutaric acid and dimethoxy succinic acid, will get formed, and in this case the only dimethoxy succinic acid will get formed and not trimethoxyglutaric acid. So on the basis of these reactions, the formation of 5-membered ring, that is between carbon number 1 and carbon number 4, that is ruled out. So the ring size of the D-glucose, that is the 6-membered. These are the projection formula of alpha and beta D plus glucose. This formula is introduced by Haworth, and it is the better representation of the cyclic structure of the glucose and other carbohydrate. So this one is the methyl alpha D glucose. It will having configuration difference at carbon number 1 with methyl beta D glucose. In case of alpha form, the hydroxy group that is lying toward the down, and in the beta it is lying toward the upper sides. So these are the main difference between alpha D plus glucose and beta D plus glucose in case of projection formulas. Haworth also related the carbohydrate having 6-membered ring to the heterocyclic compound pyranes, and those containing a 5-membered ring to furane. He introduced term pyranose and furanose to denote the 6 and 5-membered ring in carbohydrate, which we can discuss in the later case. The two forms of the glucose are therefore completely identified by the name alpha D plus glucose pyranose and beta D plus glucose pyranose on the basis of pyrene ring. Then conformation formula of alpha and beta D plus glucose. As we already know that the glucose contains a 6-membered ring. They can best represented with the cyclic structure of glucose in terms of conformation structures. So these are the conformation structure. This one is the alpha D plus glucopyranose, and this one is the beta D plus glucopyranose. So the configuration difference that is lying at the carbon number 1. In case of alpha form, the hydroxy group that is lying toward the downward side, and in case of beta form it is lying on the axial position. So these are the conformational formula of the alpha and beta D plus glucose.